Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Buccaneers going up against the Saints. Now let's head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 2 matchup.
The Saints are back deep, waiting for the kick return. The Buccaneers ready here for the kickoff. He'll throw it over the middle, complete to Hopkins. And he is tackled at the 44.
It's just a good example of how the NFL has changed. If you want a big play, you don't always have to throw it down the field or design something special. Throw it to these receivers short. We can see they're able to take short passes, great tackles, and with their talent, they get long gains.
This will be second down. Split backfield here.
Get ready.
Play action. Complete to Hopkins. He's stacked up at that point.
Hard to play man-to-man against such a quality receiver. You kind of mix up the coverage. You play straight man-to-man, you're going to give up a lot of completions.
This play set up by the long gainer. Martin's tackled down after a gain of 2.
If I'm on the defense and the offense is this close to scoring, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I am sending everybody. I am going to gamble that it is a run. If they have the courage to throw it, let them. If they do,
what a catch. Touchdown. The Buccaneers came away with it. Here's the first snap after the big play. Martin's handed the football. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
Well, if you want to run the football outside, you better block the outside linebacker. They did not do it on the offensive side. What a play by that outside linebacker. Getting there, showing the strength he has and stopping that run.
Has Jackson. Jackson's tackled down at the 36. The offense is set at the line for the first down after that completion. They come to the line of scrimmage. First down.
Let's go.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap. And he is brought down at the 39.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
Martin lines up in the backfield from the shotgun. On the money. Breaks free. That's a gain of 7.
Well, on second down that time, nice decision by the quarterback. Now they got it to third and short. The defense, it all goes against them, of course. Now they don't know whether it's going to be a run or a pass.
Has his target. Jackson is tackled down.
That's a nice route on the outside. Nice throw by the quarterback. Puts him in good position to keep moving and get a first down.
Evans lined up in the slot. First down at the 48. He's got the catch. And they knock him down just a yard away from the first. Play number 6 coming up on this drive. Second and short. Here's the handoff to Doug Martin. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
Martins is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
Complete to Hopkins. And that's going to be a new set of downs at the 24.
That's a good job by the quarterback, recognizing it's man-to-man defense. And when you see that, just watch the receiver, lead him to the open space. Nice completion.
Makes the reception. Tackles made. And now seeing these first half numbers, we knew coming into the game it was a possibility because this is one of the better passing attacks in the entire NFL, Phil.
Absolutely. It's one of the better ones in the NFL, and that's how they have built this football team. Jim, it's about the quarterback, the wide receivers doing it through the air, and if they want to win games, that's how they have to get it done. Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
And he's sacked again.
Well, this is about as bad as it gets for a quarterback in a situation like this. You're near the goal line, and they give you a chance to throw the football, and you take a sack. Oh, my gosh. I wouldn't want to be him in that film session tomorrow.
And incomplete. What a hit that time.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
Coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 3rd time. They'll turn it over on downs. Offense lines up here. First down at the 20. Throws to the right. Complete to Hopkins. That's a gain of 10. Every wide receiver wants to be considered a #1 option. And here in the first half, this is the guy who has been one, Phil.
Well, he is a #1 receiver. When we talk about #1 receivers in the NFL, that means they're able to get open no matter what the situations are presented to them. And the designs, they have been outstanding, giving him a chance to get open.
Kenny Vaccaro reads that one and makes the pick. That brings the play to an end. Wide receivers are bunched up. First down at the 20. Underneath, but can't find a mark that time as the pass goes incomplete. There's been no shortage of big plays today with this quarterback at the helm, Phil.
Oh, my gosh, what an arm this quarterback has. How about these throws down the field? Not only are they far down the field and beautiful, they're right on target. And the good thing is he has receivers who can take advantage of his arm.
The defense gets the sack.
Jim, you can't tell the difference between the quarterback and the center. They're both retreating about as fast as you can go. That time the center gets run over, and it leads to the sack of the QB.
The pass is off the mark, and that's a 3 and out.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
Cooks has got it on the return. And tackled down at the 43-yard line. He's setting up here. He's been sacked 4 times already. What a beating it has been. That's an interception.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Both quarterbacks have reliable tight ends they know they'll be able to count on to make plays. It's Pettigrew's Buccaneers going up against Graham's Saints. Now let's head down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 2 matchup.
Saints, Buccaneers, and the rain is really coming down here. We're going to have soggy conditions as we get set for today's game.
Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Bill Simms. It always gets ratcheted up, the intensity that is, when you got a divisional matchup at your hands like you do today.
Yeah, everybody gets into the games like this. The players, there's a little animosity built up because you've already played the team once. The coaches, you know, they're in those film rooms designing plays for the second time around. They get into it, so it just makes the game more emotional, more fun to watch. Can't wait to see it.
The Buccaneers are back deep, ready to return the kickoff. And Thomas Morstead looks set now to kick it away. Martin is in the backfield. To the ground, charging ahead.
He's tackled at the 28.
So many times you watch football games and coaches just give up too early on the run game. Well, they'll keep it going today. After that run, decent pickup by the running back.
Snapping out of the gun. Finds Evans. Tackle made by Bird that time.
The slant route, it's a timing route where the wide receiver plants his outside foot at 5 to 6 yards and catches the football 8 yards down the field as he's going across the middle.
They're going to get him here for a sack.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
And Pettigrew's tackled down after a gain of 10.
Well, when you get in situations like this, third long, you got to be smart on the offensive side. Yeah, I know you want to pick up the first down, but don't force it, because if you do, it'll probably lead to a turnover.
Sticks to his hands.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? Third and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 40. Brandon Pettigrew. The ball is out, and the recovery is made by the defense. Nice tackle.
We have a review coming from the booth.
Was the knee down, Phil, or was it a fumble first?
I think what we need to do here, let's stop it when the knee hits the ground. And once we stop it, let's look at the football. Does he have possession of it completely at that time? If he does, then it's going to be down. The runner will be down before the fumble occurred.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
This one had to be instigated by the folks upstairs. They're going back up top. Complete to Hopkins. They'll mark him at the 41.
The Buccaneers did a good job that time throwing a pass on first down and picked up some nice yards. Now second and short really puts the defense in a tough position.
For this play, they'll go with 2 tight ends. And he's tackled, but not until he picked up the first down.
Parsons is a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Keeps it here. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And it's Curtis Lofton who makes the play.
The Buccaneers did a good job that time keeping the defense off balance. They throw the football. They pick up some solid yards now, and they can choose from run or pass.
Second down, 2 to go.
The pass is incomplete. There was no one open.
Got to give this secondary credit. In this passing league now, it's hard to make plays, but a good play there and another incomplete pass.
Dropping back now into the shotgun. He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down. First down here after the completion. Martin lines up in the backfield. Flip to the outside. Martin's tackled down at the 22.
If you want to run the football with success, you're going to have plays like this where they pick up very little yardage. Don't listen to the fans. Keep running it, and it'll work.
Second down and 10.
No one in sight. Has the grab.
You just can't expect your defensive backs to cover that long. It's good coverage initially, but the quarterback had all day long, and sooner or later, these great wide receivers are going to get open. Hard to score a touchdown sometimes when you get in the red zone in the NFL. Why? Because the defense doesn't have to worry about passes down the field. The offense runs it. They are ready to get it done, and they do, and stop the offense for a short gain.
Complete to Hopkins. Hopkins taken down.
It's getting harder and harder in the NFL to score when you're this close to the goal line. So what will the offense do? They better be creative. That's all I know.
Let's go.
Play fake. Looks but can't connect on the short throw.
Hey, you throw the pass on third and short, hoping to catch the defense off guard, and it did not work. The defense is ready. Good job by the defensive players.
The defense loading up on the line, getting set for this snap.
Well, we'll be switching sides with this one. Ball's going the other way.
This is what they...
First and 10.
Incomplete pass that time as he threw it short.
There's a difference. When you play zone, you drop back and you watch the quarterback and you react to the football. When you're playing man-to-man, all you're worried about is where that receiver goes. You try to shadow him, look for the football, and try to make a play.
The Buccaneers were heartbroken last week, and they've set themselves up for another repeat feeling here today.
Jim, this is what the NFL is all about. There are a lot of tight games, so when you get in situations like this, you can't crack under the pressure.
Finds Evans. They bring him down, and the offense fails to pick up a first down on 3 plays.
Good job by the defense. They're well taught, well schooled by the defensive coordinator. They know in situations like this, if it's thrown short of the first down marker, they're good. They come up, make the tackle. Now we have 4th down.
That's a failed conversion, but you might as well look at it like a turnover. The Buccaneers are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. Throw it to the outside, and they've got the hook up.
Well, when you get time in the pocket against cover 3, it's easy to see down the field towards the sidelines, and you get easy completions just like that last one.
Martin's marked down after a gain of 9.
That was a power running play that time by the offense and picked up some good yards. Nothing like it. Show the defense you're willing to get in there and slug it out and get some tough running yards.
Martin. The tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Martin today will show everybody why he should get the football more. Good job that time, finding his way and picking up the first down.
New set of downs now after picking up the first on the ground.
Out of the shotgun.
Throws the pass.
Pass hits the ground and goes incomplete on the short throw.
That leads us to 2nd down.
From the gun. Very nearly intercepted.
Well, Jim, I threw a lot of passes like that in my career where it should have been intercepted and the guy dropped it. You just go, yes, I got a break. Now can you capitalize on that break?
Looking to the right side and throwing.
Jumps up and hauls it in.
And now they'll be on the other side of the 50 after this play.
This team, one of the better tackling teams in the NFL, and they play the situation perfectly. They give up the short completion. They come up and make the tackle. Now we have a 4th down.
Let's go. Brad, 38.
Looking across the middle.
Jackson's got it. First down.
The risk paid off that time for the coach. He goes for it on 4th down, and the offense picks it up. That'll give you some momentum.
Now 1st and 10. Reaches out and grabs it. He's going to be tackled right around the 21-yard line.
When you play man-to-man against this receiver, you're going to have a tough time. Quarterback's a good thrower. Really hard for a defensive back to stay with him.
Out of the shotgun formation. Intercepted. He's brought down.
And Evans is a receiver in the slot from the shotgun. With 2 hands, he has it. Dragged to the ground. Looks like he's still about a yard short of the first.
Anytime you get over 4 yards on 1st down, it doesn't matter what the play is. Is it a run or a pass? That time, nice throw by the QB. Now they're in great position. 2nd down and short.
And Pettigrew's down at the 17. The Buccaneers are going to use one of the 2.
Offense lines up here.
First down at the 20. He'll keep it on the play fake. Burns able to knock that pass away for the incompletion.
That is so tough to do when you think about it. We got world-class sprinters running down the field, and you're able to stay close to them and reach out with one hand and knock it down. Great play.
2nd and 10.
He's tackled beyond the markers. It's a first down.
I like this. Show some patience. Don't try to get it all in one play. Pick up 1st downs and try to go down the field and score.
Get ready.
Looking to go up top again on 1st down. Makes the reception.
He'll pick up 7 this time.
Looking at the passing numbers on both sides of the ball, but just not there. The coverage has been good and has been hard to move the ball against those secondaries.
Yeah, good job for the defense today. They got a good pass rush going. The coverage has been good down the field. And also, the defense has been good, but the quarterback has not been real sharp.
Defense has ruled today's game, Phil.
Yeah, the defense is dominating, and I'm going to be honest, it's fun to watch. Every once in a while, I like to see the offense take a beating. To the NFL, it's all about the offense. It's nice to see the defense dominate.
3rd down and 3. Ball's picked off. In on the stop. There's a lot of extra weight out there for this jumbo set.
Keeps it here.
Throws to the right. They bring him to the turf.
When you're backed up against your own end zone, I think it's up to the coach to call some plays that catches the defense by surprise. They did it that time, and they got a big 1st down.
They'll go shotgun here. And it's knocked down. Incomplete.
Oh, good job by the linebacker knocking that pass down that time. All he did was watch the eyes of the quarterback, and he reacted. It put him in good position, and he knocks the football down.
Takes it from the gun. He'll throw it over the middle. Had it for a moment, but then lost it on the hit.
That's why you like defenders who are good punishing tacklers. Make those receivers worry about coming over the middle. They'll be careful the rest of this game because of that big hit.
He's looking to the right here on this throw.
When you run that drag route across the field, it is not as easy as it looks. You're running fast. You have to catch the football right in stride, and you cannot see what's in front of you.
Throws the pass. Catch made. The tackle by Curtis Lofton.
Nice catch by the receiver, but it still doesn't get a 1st down.
Offense lines up here. It's now 2nd down.
The Buccaneers come to the line with an empty backfield.
Complete to Hopkins. Looking ahead, the Buccaneers will be on the road in Denver next week, while the Saints will be on the road in Green Bay. They're back at the line after that catch for a first down. The Saints at the line. Dime package. He'll take the snap from the gun. Looking across the middle, has his man. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
When you can't hit the quarterback or put pressure on him, there's not much you're going to get done then. That time, quarterback had time, throws it down the field for another completion.
Launches it down the field, and Bird came very close to a pick.
Just not a good decision by the quarterback. I mean, maybe on the sidelines they keep calling the wrong plays, but he's attacking the strength of this cover 2 defense. Don't do that. Throw where they're not. That's deep down the middle.
Finds Evans, and this will end up as a 2-yard loss. Line up now on 3rd down. They were very good at converting these situations a week ago. The Buccaneers with an empty backfield look here. McKelvin with the good coverage that time to knock it away.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. 3rd and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
It's a 2 tight end formation. The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 45. Going deep. Intercepted. Good piece of tackling. The Buccaneers come to the line of scrimmage and empty out the backfield. Everyone split out wide. And he's taken down.
That's a bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer,
a takeaway. That'll stop the play right there. The defense comes out in the dime. 1st and 10. And he's forced to the ground.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Complete to Hopkins, and that's a gain of 10.
Well, I guess the best thing to say there, Jim, is they completed the pass, but it still did not get a first down.
It's a dime look for the defense on this play. Drop back, shotgun formation. Brings it in. The tackle is made, and that's a 3-and-out series for the offense.
Defensive coordinators love this situation, don't they? 3rd and long, they can do just about anything, and it's going to work, and they stop the offense that time.
The offense is still on the field here on 4th down. Needing 5 for the first.
Let's go.
From the gun. Throwing now to his left. Secures it with 2 hands.
That's a really good throw and catch, and they get the first down, Jim. That's what you want to do. Pick up that first down. Now you give your offense 3 more opportunities.
He'll stand back beyond the center in the gun. Finds his mark. Martin's able to get the job done and picks up the first down.
Well, they say arm strength is overrated in the NFL. I don't know who those people are. They don't know what they're talking about. It's a big part of playing quarterback. Look at that. He fires it in there in between the defenders for the completion. Pettigrews is going to go back to the huddle and look at all of his teammates and go, my bad. Well, they know it's your bad. Everybody, even the offensive linemen, they saw you were open and you dropped the pass that was right to you. But, hey, that's the way it goes. You know, you got to keep the confidence up. I think he will, and I'm sure the football will find its way towards him again soon.
The offense heads to the line for the 7th play of the drive. Evans going to get set in the slot for this snap. 3rd down and 10. Almost picked off that time.
Every quarterback in the NFL is going to have 1 or 2 passes a game that can be picked off. Most of the time they're dropped, and this time that was a bad drop by the defense.
Out of the gun. That's a missed opportunity, and now they'll have to bring out the defense.
Well,
first down. Pressure on every snap now. First down and 10. He'll throw it over the middle. On the money. And that'll gain just a few yards.
well, I guess the only good thing you can say about that play, the quarterback's happy. He gets a completion, but it only goes for a couple yards.
The Buccaneers from the 37. Good throw, good catch, and the receiver fights through to pick up the first.
Well, when you play this type of defense where you play cover 3, in other words, you have 3 defenders playing one in the middle, one right, and one left. Well, the weakness of that defense is going to be underneath. So slant patterns, they're pretty easy against this cover 3.
Following that completion, second and short.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. 2 teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's the Broncos going up against the Buccaneers. Now we'll go down to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 3 matchup.
The Buccaneers are back deep, waiting for the kick. And Matt Prater, Mr. Touchback, is ready to get this one underway. The Buccaneers lined up. Everybody split out wide. They'll send it back to the quarterback out of the gun. Moore gets a hand in there and knocks it away.
That time, the defender was in excellent position. He jumps up and knocks the ball down.
Jackson's in the slot. Quick drop back. Throws the pass. And he's tackled down after picking up the first.
When you play this cover 3 defense, just kind of sit back there and try not to give up the big play. That is great. The problem is you give up all these short plays. How about that throw by the quarterback on that slant pattern that time?
Doug Martin. And he's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Well, I know it was a short run that time by the offense, but it's what it's going to do for you long term. Keep running that football, try to wear the defense down.
And Evans is lined up now as a slot receiver. And he hauls it in. Tackle's made, and the first down is picked up.
Well, I think we've heard this expression about 7,000 times. It's a passing league, so we all know that. So you got to be able to throw the football and pick up some first downs.
Complete to Hopkins, and he's able to get out to the 34-yard line.
In this league now, you got to keep these wide receivers and quarterbacks guessing. You just can't come out there and play man-to-man every play and think that's going to work. You got to mix in some zones, some blitzes, and then occasionally go man-to-man coverage.
Jackson can't hold on that time.
You don't see it often in today's game. These gloves these wide receivers wear, my gosh, anybody can catch it. I don't know how he dropped it.
Loading up with extra defensive backs in the dime.
And he's tackled. He'll be a yard short of the first.
That's a good job that time by the quarterback getting that pass completion. Now it makes third down very manageable for him.
The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 25. James met after a gain of 3.
Good job of knowing the situation on the offensive side. Third and short. Don't look for a big run. Just get enough to get a first down and get those chains moving.
The Buccaneers from the 22. And he's thrown to the ground.
The right side, Jim, the right tackle and the right guard. They look confused. They don't know what to do, so they just get run over, and the quarterback falls down.
And they get to him again.
There's nothing worse to a quarterback than having an offensive lineman getting driven back in his way. That time the right side of the line collapses, and it leads to a sack of the QB.
They'll hike it to him out of the shotgun.
Trying to work that left side. Could have been intercepted.
Jim, when you get in these situations, there's not much you can do. Third and long, not easy to pick up first downs in these type of situations.
They bring back out the offense to go for it. Offense lines up here.
Play fake.
Ooh, they fail to pick up the first, and the ball will go back to the other side.
The Buccaneers are at the line of scrimmage with a spread formation. The catch is made.
All the quarterbacks in the NFL, they'd all be great if they had all day to throw like this. When you give an average quarterback this kind of time, he turns into a great quarterback.
Tackle's made, and that'll move the chains.
Martins is a very smart runner. He knows situations in the game. He saw the first down yard markers, and what does he do? He gets past them and picks up the first down.
They're able to move the chains after that last run. They've come out in the dime package.
And the second quarter is underway with this snap.
He has the grab.
Gains 5.
Nice job by the quarterback finding the open guy short. They get the completion. They still do not get the first down, though.
Martin is in the backfield. 3-step drop. He's got the catch. And he's taken down, but not until he picks up the first.
When you throw this pass as a quarterback, you've got to stick it right onto the body of the wide receiver. They are nervous because they're running across the middle.
Got the completion, and that's a big-time tackle that keeps them 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's obvious that the game plan coming in was let's get the football in the hands of our wide receiver early and often.
Shoot, if it was me, I'd say get that football to him every game. That would be my priority because he's one of the best ones in the NFL, and once he catches the football, look at it. The defense did everything right in that situation. They were in the right spot. They were smart. They read the quarterback's eyes, but they dropped the pass.
From the gun. Complete to Hopkins.
And he's brought to the ground.
And as we take a closer look now at a receiver who has been very dangerous here in the first half. What's to like about this performance so far, Phil?
Oh, shoot, what is there to like? Everything. They cannot stop him. He has so much talent. He can do everything. And if I was a quarterback, I'd keep throwing the football his way.
The defense gets a sack. Well, they got to the quarterback on first down. Sets up second and long.
And now he spikes it.
Well, it doesn't get much worse than this, does it? You're losing the football game. Now you're looking at third and long. And look, there are no miracles in the NFL. I'll tell you that. So be smart. If the play is not there, don't force it. Dump it off and wait for the next time you get it.
Looking to the right side and throwing.
Catch made.
Boy, Anytime you pick up a third long in the NFL, that is a confidence booster to all the players on the offensive side and also the head coach, and maybe most importantly, the offensive coordinator. Now he can just let it go.
The defense gets the sack.
Well, it's all about timing. I got to tell you something. The safety did a wonderful job timing the snap count that time. Caught everybody off guard, and he gets the sack on the QB.
And the quarterback is taken down.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good, clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. We knew we might be in for some big numbers in the passing game today, and we've seen that so far, Phil.
We have seen that. The quarterback has been magnificent, no doubt about it. And what you have to do on the defensive side, look, you know they're going to get the yards. You just hope to stop them down in the red zone and make them kick field goals.
Out to Pettigrew. Harris there to make the tackle. The Buccaneers roll the dice and pick up the first on fourth down.
Yeah, I like that analogy. Roll the dice. Sometimes you got to take. Well, I don't know about the 7, but they pick up the first down. It's a good play call so far in this drive by the offensive coordinator. His team is down, but they are marching down the field.
The long drive continues. 2nd and goal from the 8. They'll go ground. And now we reach the 2-minute warning here in the second quarter. Stepping up, ready to spring into action at the 8. Play after play after play here on this drive. 3rd and goal from the 8. Has Jackson.
Third and goal. You don't get it in the end zone. What do you do now? I think you go for it. You call the right play. Give your team a chance to put a touchdown on the board.
The defense is ready to plug up the middle here on the goal line. Oh, in the promised land. Touchdown.
That
marching down the field and taking their time. And this pass goes incomplete as he was looking short that time. That's 2nd down coming up. Quarterback coming to the line, hoping to avoid being sacked for a 6th time in this game. Gets about 4 yards that time.
good job that time by the offense. Power run gets them a few yards.
Martin's in the backfield. Single back set. 3rd and 6. Looking across the middle. Jackson's tackled down after a gain of 7.
Hard to throw the football down the field once you get into the red zone. That time the quarterback, well, he knows that. And he looks down there, nobody open deep, throws it short, and they get a nice solid pickup on that play call.
Finds Evans.
Good play call that time by the offensive coordinator. Down inside, when you're inside that 20-yard line or the red zone, find ways to complete the pass. They did that time.
The Broncos defense brings in an extra member of the secondary. They'll go nickel. Almost made the catch, but the collision jarred it loose.
Well, they always say if you get your hands on the football, you got to make the catch. Yeah, right. The guy that made that rule up wasn't getting hit as he was trying to catch the football. Nice hit that time by the defender.
Makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Offense lines up here. The give, taking it right up the middle. He'll be taken down about 3 yards short of the first.
When you run the football like this and you show toughness, there is no doubt when you fake it and try to throw the football down the field, the quarterback's going to have all day to get it done.
2nd and 3. Jackson's got it, and a first.
I think the best thing to say about that play, it's just it gained a few yards, so that's what you do. All plays don't score. Sometimes you just want to pick up a couple yards.
1st and 10. They're going to get him here for a sack.
That's bad job by the offense that time. There's no doubt about it. The blitz by the defense, they do not do a good job of finding out where everybody's blitzing from. They let a guy come free, and that free blitzer, or as we call them, free runners, he gets the hit on the QB and takes him down.
Now looking at third down. From the shotgun. Complete to Hopkins. Now they take the football onto the opponent's side of the field. You love to see somebody bounce back after not being a factor last week. We're seeing a wide receiver who knows how to get right back into it.
Yeah, he was eager to get back out on the field again this week, Jim. He's anxious to go out there and do well, and so far today he has been awesome.
Brings it into his body. They'll mark him at the 34. And partner, we're looking at a quarterback who has been beaten up, but has still found ways to make plays.
Well, it's not a perfect game, Jim. It's a game of adversity, and this quarterback has dealt with some tough adversity here today, and he has come through when he is getting hit.
Second down and 2. Still got it after the play action. And Pettigrew's got it on a pass that had some heat. We don't always get to see defensive matchups these days, but today it's been exactly that. Low-scoring game, and it's because both defenses have really stepped up and done their job.
Yeah, a lot of people look at games like this and go, oh, that's boring. I think it's fun to see because we don't get to see it too often. And what it does, it puts a lot of pressure on the players and especially the coaches to make decisions that are going to give their team a chance to win in a game like this.
Looking at the numbers, it'd be easy to say he's struggling, but that's 2 consecutive weeks, Phil, where he hasn't been a factor.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by it because he is such a good tight end. And I'll say this to the quarterback, give him a chance. Stay with him a little longer on the reads, and maybe he can get hot.
Offense lines up here. Third down and 6. And he's taken down.
Well, I know this feeling. When a blitzer's coming, nobody's there to block him. There's nothing you can do as a quarterback, but try to protect yourself because you're going down.
Let's go.
The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 25. That ball has been picked up. The tackle is made. Martin lines up in the backfield. First down at the 20. Finds his mark. Gains 20. Phil, this quarterback matchup has been a great one today, as both have put on quite a show.
Yeah, it's been a great matchup between the quarterbacks. And look, I think the league is loaded with really good quarterbacks. I'm tired of hearing people say, oh, the league doesn't have enough guys. Yeah, they do. There are a lot of good ones. Give them time, and they'll show it to you.
And that's a gain of maybe 5. That pass play picked up only 4. Second down and 6 coming up. The Broncos with 2 extra defensive backs in the dime. Has his target. And Ward's in on the tackle. Looking ahead, the Broncos will be playing at home next week, while the Buccaneers will also be playing at home next week. The offense needs 2 yards here on third down after the completion. Throws to the right. Evans got the catch and the first.
Big first down by the offense that time. Here in the second half, they're losing a close game, and you get that first down. It just gives you confidence. It opens up the playbook, and it just gives you a better chance of going down the field and getting the score.
Finds Evans. They tackle him at the 26-yard line. And Phil, we see the numbers now. You think when a quarterback is posting numbers like this, they would be leading, but that's not the case.
It is not the case, Jim. The defense has really struggled today, even though the quarterback and the offense making a lot of nice plays. It's not enough. The defense, they have to step up. Well, I think we all know the situation here. It's a close game in the second half, and you're losing, but you pick up a first down. Oh, my gosh, that opens up many more possibilities what you can do on the offensive side. Good job by the offense.
This game is not over, but the quarterback knows that time is short, and his team must do something in a hurry.
Anytime your team is down, you're inside the other team's red zone, you look for one of your star players, your quarterback, wide receiver, or running back. They need to make a big play here.
Second down, late in the fourth quarter. Defense lining up here late in this one, trying to hold on to the lead. Finds Evans. He's brought to a halt. This is an almost must-convert scenario. Third down coming up here in the late stages. Yes, that's four-down territory, but you don't want to face make or break at this point.
Yeah, on the defensive side now.
Tampa in the end zone for the touchdown.
Well,
offense lines up here. Snapping out of the gun. He makes the catch. He's stacked up at that point. The Broncos will, of course, call the timeout now to stop the clock. The Buccaneers coming to the line still have all three of their timeouts here in the fourth quarter. We've got about a minute to go here, and the game is tied. Stiff arms to stay on his feet. A tackle behind the line. The Buccaneers will need to get to about the 38 on this drive before they can even factor in a field goal opportunity. Martin is in the backfield, dropping back now into the shotgun. He'll throw it over the middle, pulls it in. Durant's there to take him down.
Well, they complete the pass, Jim, but doesn't get the first down. Sooner or later, you got to throw one down the field.
The defense comes out in the dime. The Buccaneers have it at the 39. He's looking to the right here on this throw. And he's going to be tackled, and that's going to bring us to fourth down. The Buccaneers back in the huddle. Tie game right now and in field goal range. So they're just trying to control this final stretch. The Buccaneers are going to burn the first of their 3 timeouts right here. The Buccaneers return to the huddle. They've gotten into field goal range in this tie game, so they know they're in control right now. Offense lines up here. The Buccaneers will take the snap from the 35. Going for the deep ball. This is going to set up a change of possession. The Broncos will need to get to about the 38 on. Martin lines up in the backfield. And the overtime period begins on this play. That picks up 7. Coming up, second down. Martin's lined up in a single back formation. And he's forced to the ground.
I don't know who to blame here. Was it a great play by the safety getting the sack on the quarterback? Or the quarterback just not paying attention, seeing him coming? And if you see him, you've got to change the play or get rid of the football a lot quicker.
Being a go-to target, Phil, I think you would say every quarterback needs one. In fact, one just like this guy.
Well, I know this. They need one. I know they all want one. And as a wide receiver, some guys, it doesn't matter if you double team him every single play. They just have the knack and the talent to find a way to get over.
Airing it out. A near interception, that time by Harris.
I know we've all heard this phrase before. That's why they're playing defense, because they can't catch. Hey, the coaches don't care about that. When you get an opportunity, they want you to make the catch.
Eyeing that left side. They'll mark him at the 40.
Good job by the quarterback that time. Makes the decision. Throws it short. It does not get the first down. But I promise you, third and short is a lot easier than having third and long.
Out to the left. Martin's there to catch a ball that had a lot of heat on it.
What a nice catch by the receiver. Getting past the yard markers, makes the catch and gets the first down.
First down at the 46. Doug Martin carries the football.
Nice job that time by the defense. They were ready for the run. Nowhere for the running back to go. And they stop him for a short gain.
Martin's lined up now as the running back behind the quarterback. 2nd and 8. Gets it out for the completion. He's tackled right at the 31.
Good job by the offense. Get another first down. You can tell by looking down on the field that defense, hands on their knees. They are getting tired.
Back to the air here on first down. Throws the pass. Durant's in on the coverage and forces the incompletion.
Hard to throw over some of these linebackers in the NFL now. They got such good size. You try to throw over them, here's what happens. These big guys will knock it down.
2nd down and 10. Still on his feet. And looking underneath, this will go incomplete.
Good job by the linebacker that time. Saw the receiver coming in his area, read the quarterback, and in wonderful position to knock the pass down.
The Buccaneers snap it at the 31. Butler is able to knock the pass away.
Good job by the linebacker. Just watching the quarterback, reading his eyes. He made the move at the right time, and he knocked the pass down.
Nickel formation here for the defense. The Buccaneers snap it at the 31. Gets it out for the completion. Met by Von Miller.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a couple of big targets who will be looking to get open in the middle of the field. It's Pettigrew's Buccaneers going up against Cook's Rams. Now let's go to Jim Nantz and Phil Simms for this Week 4 matchup.
The Buccaneers are back deep, waiting to return the kick. The Rams setting up here for the kickoff. First down following the long play. Pulls it in. Gaines is there to take it down.
You can do all you want on the defensive side. You can give a lot of looks, but it's just too easy for the quarterbacks and receivers to throw and catch.
The Buccaneers snap it at the 31. Here's the handoff to Doug Martin. Martin takes the hit and is brought down.
Martins is a great running back to have on your football team, isn't he? He goes up in there and gets the first down. Now your offense has 3 more chances.
Now 1st and 10. Toss play here to Martin. Nowhere to go as this will be a loss of 3.
Got to give the defense some credit on first down. There's so many things the offense can do. They were ready for that play, and they stopped it.
The Buccaneers from the 32. to the ground.
You got to be smart on the defensive side now here, 3rd and long. Be a little careful. Maybe give up a short pass or a short run. And if they throw it short, make sure you come up and make the tackle.
Looking to the right side and throwing. And he's intercepted.
Let's go.
The defense gets a sack.
What a good scheme that time by the defense. They confuse the offense. They blitz. They don't know who to pick up. And how about the defender? They must love this. Coming in free and gets a good clean shot on the QB and gets a sack.
The Buccaneers continue to find themselves in games that come down to the wire.